She was hired to protect his daughter. He never asked why a former intelligence agent would take a job guarding a 3-year-old. 3 years, 2 assassination attempts, and 1 confession later, she still hasn't told him the real reason she's here. His company is the target. His organization is the one she was sent to track. And the woman who signed her contract is the same woman who destroyed his family a decade ago. She knows that, he doesn't. And in 15 seconds, he's going to look at her and say the one thing that changes everything. Her name is Amara Diallo, former intelligence operative, seconded to a private security firm 3 years ago. His name is Minjun H. Wang, CEO of H. Wang Group, a conglomerate with fingers in everything from semiconductors to defense contracts. She was assigned to his daughter's protection detail. He never questioned why a woman with her skill set would take a low-profile domestic post. But the agency that placed her has a different client. And that client wants inside H. Wang Group's most classified division. She's got 30 days left on her contract, 30 days to decide which side she's really on. And she just found the evidence that changes everything. Evidence is a single folder, cream-colored, unmarked. She found it at 2:17 in the morning, slipped behind a false panel in the West Wing library while the house slept. Inside are 37 pages of encrypted financial transfers, shell companies registered in the Caymans, and a name she recognizes from her own agency's classified database, Golden Horizon Investments, the same network that funded her last operation in Bangkok, the same network that left 2 of her colleagues dead. Amara closes the folder. Her hands are steady. They always are when the truth lands. She has been inside the H. Wang residence for 2 years and 11 months, hired through a shell agency that funnels operatives into high-value corporate security posts. Her cover, former French Foreign Legion, discharged honorably, looking for stable domestic work. Her real name is Amara Diallo, and for the 6 years before this, she worked for a division so black that even her official records don't exist. The agency that owns her is called Unit 7, a private intelligence contractor that operates out of a nondescript building in Singapore. And Unit 7 wants inside H. Wang Group's most classified project, a weapons-grade semiconductor architecture codenamed Echo. They have been trying for 3 years. They have failed 3 times. She is their 4th attempt. The target is Minjun H. Wang. He is 38 years old. He inherited H. Wang Group at 29 after his father died in a car accident that was ruled a mechanical failure, but that the family's security files never fully closed. He is not like his father. He does not attend board meetings in armor-plated vehicles. He does not have a private security detail larger than a single driver. He lives in a sprawling estate in Pyeongchang-dong with his 6-year-old daughter, Jayar, and a rotating staff of 5. He is, by every measure, a soft target. That is why she was placed here. Protection detail on the daughter makes her invisible. Fathers trust the woman who keeps their children safe, and Jayar has trusted Amara from the first day. That was the detail the agency got right. Jayar is small for her age, with round glasses and a habit of humming when she concentrates. She lost her mother to leukemia 3 years ago. She does not remember her mother's voice, only the smell of lavender soap and the way the light came through the east window in the morning. Amara learned this in the first week. She learned that Jayar eats her toast crusts first, that she likes her eggs scrambled dry, that she is afraid of the dark but refuses to admit it. She learned that Minjun reads to her every night at 8:15, even when he is in Tokyo or Shanghai. She learned that he holds the book with both hands and never uses a tablet. She learned that he says, "I love you," exactly 3 times before she falls asleep, no more, no less. She learned these things because she was paid to learn them. She did not expect them to matter. The first turning point came in month 8. A stalker, a man with a camera and a history of following Keeble families. He managed to get through the perimeter fence at 6:02 a.m. while Amara was running Jayar's morning route. She spotted him at 47 meters, hands in his pockets, lens pointed at the backyard. She had Jayar inside in 11 seconds. She had the man on the ground in 23. When Minjun came downstairs, she was already on the phone with the police, her voice flat and procedural, her posture loose, ready to move again if needed. He watched her from the staircase. He did not interrupt. When she hung up, he said, "You moved like you've done this before." She said, "I have." He did not ask more. He did not need to. After that, the distance between them changed. It changed gradually. The way ice thaws from the edges. He started leaving her notes on the kitchen counter. Coconut water, your favorite. He asked about her family once, and when she said she didn't have one, he nodded and did not press. He started eating dinner with Jayar and her at the small table in the garden room, the one his wife used to favor. He started asking her opinion on things that had nothing to do with security. What do you think of this neighborhood for Jayar's school? What do you think of the color of this wall? Do you think she remembers her mother? That last one she answered honestly. She remembers how she felt, not her face. That's enough. He looked at her for a long moment. Then he said, "How do you know that?" She said, "Because I don't remember mine either." And something opened between them that she had not planned for. Meanwhile, the agency was running out of patience. Her handler is a woman who calls herself Jay. She contacts Amara through an encrypted app that deletes every message after 30 seconds. In the 2 years and 11 months, Jay has sent exactly 7 messages. The first, establish trust, do not engage target directly. The second, access 3rd floor east, H1's private server room, report layout. The third, identify system admin, full name and schedule. The fourth, stand by, extraction protocol on hold. The fifth, you have 6 months, then we pull you. The sixth, you have 3 months, use the child. Amara did not reply to the sixth. She deleted it and sat in the dark for a long time. The 7th message arrived last night. You have 30 days, the evidence is in the library, retrieve and exfiltrate, do not deviate. She retrieved the folder at 2:17 a.m. Now it is 4:30 a.m. She is standing in the service hallway with the folder in her hands, and she has not moved for 3 minutes. She can hear Jayar's breathing through the wall, the soft rhythmic whistle that means she is dreaming. She can hear the house settling. She can hear the sound of her own heartbeat, which she has trained herself to ignore. And she is holding the evidence that will either destroy Minjun H. Wang or save him. She has not decided which. She does not know if she will have the choice. At 4:47 a.m., her phone buzzes, a message from Jay not on the app. On her personal phone, which is a violation of protocol and means something has gone very wrong. The message contains one line, he knows, extract now. Amara looks at the hallway clock. The security camera above the door is blinking. It has not blinked in 2 years. Someone is watching her. Someone is already in the house. The camera blinks once, twice, then holds steady. Amara does not run. She has been trained not to run when the trap tightens. Running is what they expect. Instead, she slides the folder into her waistband, pulls her jacket down, and walks calmly to the kitchen as if she is getting water. The kitchen has a clear view of the east hallway. No one there, but the back door is open. 3 inches, not enough for wind, enough for someone who wanted it that way. She draws the tactical knife from her ankle holster, moves along the wall and checks the corners in sequence. Utility room clear, laundry clear, staff quarters clear, Jayar's room, the door is closed. It was open when she checked at 2:00 a.m. She presses her ear to the wood and hears nothing, not breathing, not the rustle of blankets, nothing. She opens the door slowly, blade up, ready. The bed is empty. The window is open. The curtains move in the pre-dawn air. Jayar is gone. The world narrows to a single point. Amara has been compromised before. She has lost targets before. She has lost colleagues before. But Jayar is not a target. Jayar is 6 years old. Jayar hums when she concentrates. Jayar eats her toast crusts first. And Jayar is gone because Amara was holding a folder in a hallway instead of watching the door. She calls Minjun. He picks up on the first ring, voice rough from sleep. Where is she? Not in her room. The window is open. I need you to stay in your room. Lock the door. Do not open it for anyone except me. Amara, what is happening? I don't know yet. Stay there. She hangs up and moves through the house, systematic room by room. The security system is still armed. That means whoever took Jayar had a code. Only 6 people have the code. Minjun, his assistant Kang, the head of household staff, the head of security, Jayar herself because she memorized it 6 months ago, and Amara. She checks the security panel. The entry log shows the code was entered at 4:51 a.m., 7 minutes ago, from the service entrance. The code used was Jayar's birthday. Only Jayar and Amara used that code. She finds Jayar in the east garden sitting on the swing, fully dressed in her yellow raincoat and boots, holding a flashlight. She is not afraid, she is waiting. You came, Jayar says, as if that were never in doubt. What are you doing out here? I had a dream. The lady in the white dress said you needed help. She said to wait here. Jayar, who is the lady in the white dress? She comes when I sleep. She has your eyes. She told me to tell you that the folder is not the real one. The real one is where the bird sleeps. Amara's breath catches. The bird, a wooden carving of a magpie on the bookshelf in the study. Jaya's mother gave it to her before she died. She keeps it on the third shelf facing the window. Amara has dusted it 50 times. She has never looked behind it. She lifts Jaya from the swing and carries her inside, locks every door, resets the alarm, and goes to the study. The magpie is exactly where it always is. She lifts it. Behind it, a thumb drive taped to the wood. Black, unmarked, standard size. She holds it in her palm and feels the weight of something that was left for her by someone who knew she would come. Someone who knew the folder was a DK. Someone inside the house. She inserts the drive into the laptop she keeps locked in her go bag. It contains a single file, a video. She opens it. The face that appears on screen makes her sit down hard. It is her mother. Not a recent photo, not an approximation, but a recording from 23 years ago before her mother disappeared. Her mother is sitting in a room Amara does not recognize, speaking in French, looking directly at the camera. "My daughter, if you are watching this, I am already gone. I was never your mother. I was a handler for Unit 7. I placed you in the operation. You were trained from birth for this moment. The target is not Minjun H. Wang. The target is the one who hired you. Jay is not your handler. Jay is the asset you were sent to eliminate. She is the one who destroyed your family. She is the one who killed your father. And she is the one who will kill you if you do not act first. The real Echo project is not a semiconductor. It is a list. A list of every asset Unit 7 has embedded in governments and corporations worldwide. Minjun H. Wang is not a target. He is the protector of that list. You were sent to retrieve it. You were sent to betray him. But you were born to finish what I started. Choose carefully. The bird only sings once. The video ends. Amara sits in the dark study, Jaya asleep in her arms, the thumb drive still warm from the laptop. The folder in her waistband is a DK. The mission is a lie. Her entire life is a lie. And Jay is coming, because Jay knows she knows, and Jay will not leave loose ends. At 5:15 a.m., the house phone rings. It is the landline, the one Minjun keeps for emergencies. Amara picks up. A woman's voice, calm, professional. "Good morning, Amara. Did you enjoy the video? I spent a long time preparing it. Your mother was very cooperative at the end. I need you to understand something. You have 12 hours to deliver the real Echo list. If you do not, I will activate every asset in Seoul. That includes the man sleeping in the master bedroom. That includes the child in your arms. Bring me the list, and I will let you walk away. Try to run, and I will burn everything you have touched. You know I can, you know I will, tick-tock." The line goes dead. Amara looks at the clock. 5:16 a.m., 12 hours until 5:16 p.m. She has Jaya, she has Minjun, she has the truth, and she has a thumb drive that contains the key to the most powerful intelligence network in Asia. She also has a handler who is not a handler, a mother who was never a mother, and a mission that was never what it seemed. Everything she believed about her life for 31 years has been stripped away in a single night. And the only person who can help her understand it is the one she was sent to destroy. She wakes Minjun, she tells him everything. Not in pieces, not in softened versions, but everything. The agency, the cover, the folder, the video, her mother, Jay, the 12 hours. She tells him while he sits on the edge of his bed, barefoot in a white t-shirt, and watches her face with an intensity that should terrify her but does not. When she finishes, he says, "What do you need?" She says, "I need you to trust me." He says, "I have trusted you since the day you caught the stalker. I have trusted you since the day you taught Jaya to tie her shoes. I have trusted you since the day you said you did not remember your mother's face, and I saw you recognize something in mine. I trust you. What else?" She says, "I need access to your father's files, the accident report, the one they said was mechanical failure." He goes still. "Why? Because your father did not die in an accident. He was killed by Unit 7. He was the original protector of the Echo list. And I think Jay is the one who ordered it." Room is silent. Then Minjun stands, opens the safe hidden behind the painting in his closet, and pulls out a black box. "My father left me this on the day he died. He said, 'Do not open it until you know who to trust.' I have never opened it. I think he knew I would not trust anyone for a long time. He was probably right until now." He places the box on the bed. Amara looks at it, then she looks at him. "If I open this, there is no going back." He says, "I know." She opens it. Inside is a photograph, a letter, a key, and a second thumb drive. The photograph shows two women standing together in front of a building Amara does not recognize. One is her mother. The other is a younger woman with sharp features and a familiar posture. Amara recognizes the posture. It is the same way Jay stands, controlled, weight on the back foot, ready to move. The letter is addressed to Minjun's father, written by Amara's mother, dated 2 days before his death. It reads, "They know you have the list. I cannot protect you from here. I am sending my daughter to finish what we started. She does not know yet. She will not know until the moment is right. Keep her safe until then. If I do not survive, tell her that the bird only sings once. She will understand." Amara reads it twice. Then she reads it a third time and something breaks open inside her that has been sealed since she was a child. She was not a weapon, she was a key, and her mother did not abandon her. Her mother sent her here to finish the job they started together. It is 5:52 a.m. She has 11 hours and 24 minutes. She has Minjun and Jayar. She has the key to the Echo list, and she has a target she was born to eliminate. The only question left is whether she can do it before Jay finds them first. She puts the key in her pocket, hands Jayar to Minjun and says, "There is a safe house in Gangnam, my mother's. I have never been there. I did not know it existed until now. But there is a key that connects to an address in the box. That is where we go, that is where we find the list, and that is where we end this, one way or another." Minjun holds Jayar tighter. What if it is a trap? Amara looks at the photograph of her mother and Jay standing together. It might be, but it is the only lead we have, and I am done running from my mother's past. It is time I walked into it. She loads the car, straps Jayar into the back seat, and drives through the dawn streets of Seoul toward an address she has never seen, carrying a past she has only just discovered, while the clock ticks down toward a deadline she does not yet know how to beat. The address takes them to a quiet street in Gangnam, lined with old trees and new apartment buildings that try to look older than they are. Number 47, a basement unit. The key turns smoothly in the lock, which means someone has been maintaining the place. Inside, the air is stale but clean. A single room with a kitchenette, a fold-out couch, a desk, and a wall of bookshelves. The books are in French, Korean, and English, all non-fiction, all about intelligence operations. As if her mother built a library of her own tradecraft. Amara sets Jayar on the couch, wraps her in a blanket from the closet. The blanket smells like lavender soap, the same scent Jayar said she remembered from her mother. Amara does not mention this. She does not know how to explain it to herself. Minjun searches the apartment while Amara checks for bugs. It is clean, professionally clean, too clean. This is not a frozen-in-time space. This is a space that has been visited recently. Someone changed the air filters. Someone left fresh water in the kettle. Someone knew they were coming. She finds a laptop in the desk drawer, not new but functional, connected to a power source that is not the grid. A backup battery system fixed to the wall. She opens the laptop. There is a single file on the desktop, a note in her mother's handwriting. "You found the house, good. The Echo list is not on a drive. It is in a person, the person you already know. I could not tell you before. You would not have believed me. You would not have believed what you are. But now you have seen the photo. Now you know who Jay is. The list is in Minjun Hwang. He does not know it. His father encoded it into his genetic memory, a biotechnological protocol developed by Unit 7 in the early 2000s. They needed a failsafe. They chose the Hwang line. The key is not a key. It is a sequence, a chemical sequence that activates the memory. Jay knows this. She has always known this. She needs Minjun alive to extract the list. That is why she has not killed him. That is why she placed you there, to keep him safe until she was ready. You have the activation key. Use it only if you must. Once activated, the information will overwrite parts of his memory. He will not be the same person afterward. The choice is yours, but the bird only sings once. Amara reads it twice. Then she turns to Minjun, who is standing by the window watching the street. "Your father did not just give you a box. He gave you a biological key. You carry the Echo list in your own cells." He stares at her. "That is not possible. Unit 7 spent years developing the protocol. They encoded the entire network into a sequence that could be passed genetically. Your father was the carrier, then you. Jay needs you alive because she cannot extract the list from a corpse. They used me as a storage device. Yes, and my father knew. He knew. That is why he died. He refused to give the activation sequence to Unit 7. He told them he would rather die than let them weaponize the intelligence. So they killed him, made it look like an accident, and left you in place until you were old enough to produce your own children. They needed the next generation to carry the sequence. But Jayar changed things. She is not encoded. The protocol only passes to the firstborn male. You are the last carrier. Once you are gone, the list dies. Minjun sits down slowly, as if the air has left the room. How long has Unit 7 been planning this? Decades. My mother was part of the original team that designed the protocol. She defected when she realized what it would be used for. She spent the rest of her life trying to protect you. She sent me here to finish her work. Your mother was protecting me. She was protecting the list. But yes, she was also protecting you. She could have killed your father. She could have let Unit 7 win. She chose not to. And Jay is the one who never defected. She is the one who has been running the operation from the inside. She is the one who killed my mother. And she is the one who will kill us if we do not stop her first. Jayar stirs on the couch. Mama, she says, still half asleep. Amara goes to her, kneels beside the couch. I am here. The lady in the white dress came again. In my dream, she said to tell you that the key is not a key, it is a song, and the song is in the bird. Amara looks at Minjun. He is holding the wooden magpie from the study, which he must have grabbed before leaving the house. She did not see him take it. He opens the small compartment in the base. A piece of paper folded into a tiny square. He unfolds it. Musical notation, a sequence of notes. This is the activation sequence, Amara says. Not a chemical trigger, a sound, a specific frequency pattern. What happens if I hear it? You will remember everything, every name, every asset, every location, the complete echo network, and then you will be the most dangerous person in Asia, or the most wanted. Minjun looks at the paper, at Jayar, at Amara. How long do we have? It is 6:47 a.m. We have 10 hours and 29 minutes until Jay's deadline, but we do not have to wait. She will find us. She has resources across the city. She has people in every agency. We need to move before she locks down the perimeter. As if on cue, the lights go out, not a blackout, a cut. The backup battery kicks in, but the laptop screen flickers. She found us, Amara says. She goes to the window. 3 black SUVs are pulling up outside, men in tactical gear, no markings. Unit 7's extraction team. We have about 40 seconds before they breach the door. She grabs the go bag, scoops Jayar into her arms, and pulls Minjun toward the back of the apartment, a false panel behind the bookshelf. A narrow corridor leading to a service alley. Her mother had planned for this. Go, do not stop, do not look back. Run until you reach the intersection. Wait for me there. What about you? I will buy you time. I have been waiting for this moment my entire life. She killed my mother. She turned me into a weapon, and she used you as a storage unit. I am done being used. She kisses Jayar on the forehead. She holds Minjun's gaze for a second longer than necessary. Then she pushes them into the corridor and seals the panel. The front door explodes inward. Amara is already in motion. She has the tactical knife in one hand and the burner phone in the other. The first operative through the door does not see her coming. She neutralizes him in 3 moves. The second operatives hesitate, which costs them. She uses the smoke canister from her belt, rolls left, and takes out 2 more in the haze. But she knows this is not sustainable. They will keep coming, and she has no backup. She looks at the paper in her hand. The musical notation, the sequence, she hums it once, twice. Then she hears it answered. A low hum from outside. Jayar, the child is humming the same sequence, which means she heard it in her dream, which means the lady in the white dress, Amara's mother, is still communicating from beyond, which means Jayar is the key to something else, something Amara does not understand yet. The smoke clears, 5 operatives down, Mori coming through the door. She sprints through the back corridor, emerges into the alley, and finds Minjun and Jayar waiting at the intersection. She hummed the sequence. Minjun says, I know. Amara, what does it mean? I do not know yet, but I think my mother is not as dead as we thought. They flag a taxi. They vanish into the morning traffic of Seoul, carrying a secret that is now encoded in 3 people instead of 1. And the clock keeps ticking. 7:15 a.m., 10 hours and 1 minute left. Amara makes a decision. She will not run anymore. She will not hide. She will find Jay and end this on her own terms. But first, she needs to understand the full picture. There is one person who might know the truth, her mother's former partner, a man named Kang Di-sung, former Unit 7, retired, lives in Incheon. She has his name from the files in the safe house. She has never met him. She does not know if he is still alive. But he is the only one who can tell her what really happened to her mother, and she has less than 10 hours to find out. The taxi drops them at Incheon Station at 8:03 a.m. Amara has the address from her mother's safe house files. a fish market, stall 47, owned by a man named Kang Di-sung. She finds him behind a counter of iced mackerel, a wiry man in his 60s with missing fingers on his left hand and eyes that have been scanning for threats for 30 years. He sees her and does not blink. "You have her face," he says, "and her timing. She always arrived at the worst possible moment too." He gestures them into the back room, past hanging squid and boxes of dried seaweed, into a small office with a cot and a radio. Jaya sits on the cot, humming, her eyes fixed on a crack in the wall. Kang Di-sung closes the door. "You found the house, you found the key, you found the bird. That means you know half the truth. The other half is why you came." Amara lays the photograph on the table, her mother and Jay standing together. "Who is she?" "Her name is Kim Soo-jin. She was your mother's partner. They designed the Echo Protocol together. They were in love." Amara feels the ground shift beneath her. They were what? Partners in every sense. When your mother discovered what Unit 7 planned to do with the list, she tried to destroy it. Kim Soo-jin disagreed. She believed the list was power. She believed they should control it themselves. Your mother defected. Kim Soo-jin stayed. She has been hunting your mother ever since. Then who is Jay? Jay is a title. It passes to the director of Unit 7's Echo Division. Currently, it is Kim Soo-jin. She has been running the operation for 23 years. She killed your father because he was the first genetic carrier. She killed Min-jun's father because he refused to activate the sequence. She has been waiting for the right moment to extract the list from Min-jun. She used you to keep him safe and accessible. Min-jun steps forward. "Why did she not just take me? Why the years of waiting?" "Because the activation sequence requires both the biological carrier and the keyholder. Your father split the protocol. You carry the list. Amara's mother carried the activation key. She encoded it into the bird and hid it where only Amara would find it. Kim Soo-jin could not extract the list without Amara's cooperation. She needed her to get close to you, to learn the sequence, to activate it when the time was right. She planned for Amara to be the one to unlock you. She did not plan for Amara to fall in love with you instead." The word hangs in the air. Amara does not deny it. She does not look away. "Where is my mother now?" "She is alive. She has been in hiding for 2 decades. She contacted me 6 months ago. She said the time was close. She said you would come. She gave me this." He pulls a folded piece of paper from his pocket, a phone number. "She said to call when you arrived. She said she would be waiting at the one place Kim Soo-jin would never look." Amara takes the paper. Her hands are shaking. "Where is that?" "The site of your first memory. She said you would know." Amara closes her eyes. A beach, cold sand, a woman's voice singing a lullaby, the same melody as the activation sequence. "I know the place." They leave the fish market. 9:22 a.m. 7 hours and 54 minutes left. Min-jun drives, using a car Kang Di-sung provides, an unremarkable sedan with a full tank. Jaya sleeps in the back, the magpie clutched to her chest. The drive takes them 2 hours east, to the coast, to a beach Amara has not visited since she was 5 years old. She finds her mother sitting on a blanket, facing the water, exactly where she remembered. The woman is older now, gray-streaked hair, lines around her eyes, but the posture is unmistakable. Amara stops 20 feet away. Her mother does not turn. "You hummed the sequence," she says. Jaya heard it in her sleep. "That is because she is the next generation. She carries the Echo Protocol too. It skipped Min-jun's daughter and passed through you." "What? The protocol was never exclusively male." Unit 7 believed it was. "My partner and I designed it to work through the maternal line as a failsafe. If the father's line was compromised, the mother's line would activate. Kim Soo-jin does not know. She thinks Min-jun is the only carrier. She has been chasing the wrong thread for 20 years. She turns. "I am sorry I could not tell you. I am sorry I had to let you believe I was dead. I am sorry for everything. But you are here now, and we have 7 hours to end this." Amara steps forward. "How do we end it?" "We give Kim Soo-jin what she wants, the activation sequence, the list, but we give it to her in a form she cannot use." "What form?" Her mother holds up a small device, a signal scrambler. The Echo list is encrypted in biological code. When the activation sequence is triggered, the information is released into the carrier's neural network. It flows through synaptic pathways. If we redirect that signal into this scrambler, it will broadcast the list over a wide frequency, making it public. Every intelligence agency in the world will receive it simultaneously. Unit 7's network will be exposed. Kim Soo-jin will lose her power, but Min-jun will lose the list from his memory. It will be gone. He will not remember any of it. Minjun steps beside Amara. Do it. You understand what this means. You will not remember the names. You will not remember the assets. You will not remember what your father protected. I do not need to remember. I have you. I have Jaya. That is enough. Amara looks at her mother. What about you? I will stay. I will make sure the broadcast is complete, and then I will disappear. It is what I do best. No, Amara, I have been a ghost for 23 years. I cannot be anything else, but you can. You can walk away from this. You can raise Jaya. You can love him. You can have the life I could not. What about Kim Soo-jin? She will come. She always comes, and when she does, I will be ready. 10:42 a.m. The beach is empty. The wind picks up. Amara's mother places the scrambler on the sand and hands Amara the activation device. Hum the sequence. Minjun's neural network will synchronize. The list will transfer to the scrambler. You have one chance. Amara looks at Minjun. He nods. She closes her eyes and hums the melody, the sequence, the song her mother sang to her on this same beach 26 years ago. Minjun's eyes go distant. His body tenses. Then relaxes. The scrambler lights up. A pulse, a data burst. It is done. Kim Soo-jin arrives 11 minutes later. She steps out of a black SUV alone, no tactical team. She walks down the beach as if she is meeting an old friend. And in a way she is. You betrayed me, she says to Amara's mother. I protected what we built. You destroyed it. You broadcast the list. Every agency in the world now knows the names. That was the only way to stop you. Kim Soo-jin looks at Amara. You are just like her, a weapon pretending to be a mother. Amara does not flinch. I am exactly what you made me, but I chose differently. You chose him. You chose a man who will not even remember who you are in a few hours. He will remember, not the list, but he will remember me. The wind shifts. Kim Soo-jin takes a step forward. Amara's mother stands between them. It is over, Soo-jin. You have nothing left. Kim Soo-jin smiles. It is a sad smile, old and worn. You always were the one who saw the end before the beginning. She turns and walks back to the SUV. She does not look back. The SUV drives away. Amara's mother watches until the vehicle disappears. Then she picks up the scrambler. It is done. She turns to Amara. I love you. I have always loved you. I was never able to say it, but I have loved you since the day you were born, and I am proud of the woman you have become. Amara embraces her. A long moment. Then her mother pulls away. Go, live, love, be the mother I could not be. She walks into the water. She does not look back. Amara watches until she disappears beyond the breakers. Minjun takes her hand. His eyes are clear. He does not remember the list, but he remembers her. What now? He asks. We go home, she says, and we start over. Jaya wakes in the back seat as they drive away from the beach. Did the lady go? She asks. Yes, Amara says, but she will always be with us. Jaya looks at the magpie in her hands. The bird only sings once, she says. Then she hums the sequence, and Amara understands that some songs never really end. 12:14 p.m. The deadline passes. No call from J, no extraction team, no black SUVs. The echo list is public. Unit 7 is exposed. The operation is over. And Amara Diallo, former intelligence operative, former weapon, is sitting in the back of an unremarkable sedan, holding the hand of a man who loves her, watching the coast disappear behind them. She is not running. She is going home. And for the first time in 31 years, she has no idea what comes next. And she is not afraid. 3 weeks later, the news broke. Unit 7's network splashed across every major outlet. The echo list, the assets, the operations, all public. Government scrambled. Arrests followed. Kim Soo-jin vanished. No trace, no farewell, no body, the way people like her always go. Kang Di-sung closed his fish stall and moved to Jeju. He sends a postcard once a month, always a beach, never a return address. Amara's mother was never found. The beach where she walked into the water produced no footprints leading back out, but Amara knows. She knows her mother is alive somewhere, watching, waiting for the next moment the world needs a ghost. Minjun's memory of the echo list is gone, completely. The neural reset worked exactly as designed, but he remembers everything else. The stalker, the notes on the kitchen counter, the night she told him the truth, Jaya's speech at the dinner table. He remembers falling in love with the woman who was sent to destroy him, and he remembers choosing her anyway. Jaya still hums the sequence. She hums it in the garden, in the car, before bed. It has become her lullaby. Amara does not try to stop her. Some songs are meant to carry forward. Some melodies are maps to places we have not yet arrived. They still live in the same house in Pyeongchang-dong. The security system is new. The staff is smaller. The cameras are gone. Min-jun sold the company, the Hwan Group, and used the proceeds to fund a foundation for intelligence operatives who want to leave. He calls it the Magpie Project. The logo is a bird on a branch facing east. Amara does not work anymore. She wakes at 6:00 a.m., makes Jaya's toast crusts first, and drives her to school. She picks her up at 3:00 p.m. She cooks dinner with Min-jun. She reads on the couch while he reads beside her. She has not touched a weapon in 93 days. She does not count them anymore. There is no official record of what happened. No case file. No commendation. The only proof is a thumb drive hidden in a wooden bird, a sequence of notes written on paper, and the memory of a woman who walked into the sea to make sure her daughter could walk away. This story ends the way most real endings do, not with an explosion, but with a quiet afternoon. A child's hand in an adult's hand, a man and a woman at a kitchen table, a bird carved from wood watching from a shelf. And a question that will never be answered. How much of our lives are our own, and how much is a song someone else hummed before we were born? If this story reached you, if it shifted something inside you, share it with someone who needs to hear that loyalty is not always where it seems. Drop a comment below. What would you have done in Amara's position? Subscribe to stay for the stories that stay with you. We will see you in the next one.